Nothing stays the same. Pointing at me, asking who me. All the way, my aching ever thank you. Oh, and honey, us the fate on your blame.
Was that I remember saying then, this is the best. No, you're still with me. And I'm
I have just recently finished A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith, and I have been journaling on it in my commonplace notebook, and I thought I'd share some of my thoughts or what I wrote. And if any of you have read this, please let me know. But in the beginning, when Katie first has Francie, she's asking her mom, how do I make it so she has a better life than me? How do I make it so generationally? How do I do better so she has a better life than I had? Her mom, Mary, says the child must have a valuable thing, which is called imagination. The child must have a secret world in which live things that never were. It is necessary that she believe. She must start out by believing in things not of this world. Then when the world becomes too ugly for living in, the child can reach back and live in her imagination. Only by having these things in my mind can I live beyond what I have to live for. To first believe with all your heart and then not to believe is good too. It fattens the emotion and makes them stretch. Do not forget that suffering is good too. It makes a person rich in character. And then all throughout the book, what really stood out to me is like the moments where she stopped believing or came to believe in something else. So for example, the biggest one for me, like this one just really stood out to me on page 215. Between Francie's 11th and 12th birthday, things changed. And I specifically highlighted, it's all these 2 pages here, but this specific excerpt, I say, Francie, who knew Mama was always right, found out that she was wrong once in a while. She discovered that some of the things she loved so much in her father were considered very comical to other people. The scales at the tea store did not shine so brightly anymore, and she found the bins were chipped and shabby looking. And then she goes to her dad because she's concerned she's like getting ill. And he says, you have a bad case, a very bad case. Of what? Growing up. And then there's another excerpt right after her dad dies, and she basically says she doesn't believe in God. If God has charge of all the world, said Francie, and the sun and the moon and the stars and all the birds and trees and flowers and all the animals and people, you'd think he'd be too busy and too important, wouldn't you, to spend so much time punishing one man like Papa. Neely, I wouldn't tell anybody but you, but I don't believe in God anymore. And there's a bunch of other things that I tabbed, but overall, the distinction, the correlation between growing up and building character. There's suffering throughout the whole novel beyond what is unique to Francie and / poverty. The commonality of humanity building character through suffering of growing up. Like you're constantly on the spiral staircase of grief. On the excerpt on page 215, when like everything starts changing, it's like that moment. I think we all have that moment in our like adolescence where we walk through the door that leads to the spiral staircase, and we never get off the spiral staircase, and we just keep going down and down and having to lose things, and we never know anything but grief for the rest of our lives, and that's what builds character. This book encapsulates the universal experience of becoming, is what I wrote. But yeah, I just thought, if anyone else has read this, I think this is the most realistic coming of age story ever. And it's very harsh, but reality is harsh. I have to go to the mall and return something. So and the ground's kind of wet right now, if I'm honest. And I might go see Michaela tonight. And it's 6:01. I don't want to leave the spot, actually. I really, really loved it. 500 pages was a lot, but worth it.
I got the best of. Let's go find Michaela.
Wait, do you want mine in there or no?
She got petty crime, she got green.
You're fucking disgusting.
Can you lay back down? Lay back down. You want it? I think he's over it. Wee! With the spinnies! You wanna... No, he does not want to.
Not the clip before this being him licking the sink.
Mwah! You want my face?
Mick got me a matching hat with her from Merca.
Marco.
Merca.
Detroit.
Yeah, shit in Detroit.
You can dig in. You can put your fingers in that.
Just fingering it.
Stick your foot in there, Diane, in the pool?
I haven't.
It's pretty warm. 81 degrees in there.
Is all anime.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Michaela. I'm right here on Michigan Ave. This house can be yours for the price of $1.12 million. You get twin lakes, and you get the third lake, the pool. What more could you want?
It's like, okay, make that make sense. Or if you want to undercut my hair like that. Listening to their podcast a while ago, I don't know why. Just kind of like
Interesting.
fatigue, I think.
Between life and death, conjuring spirits from the past.
I need to end this vlog because I leave. My flight is in like 48 hours and I need to start editing this and finish editing this and upload it and schedule it. Can you tell how nervous I am? I've been picking my fucking cuticles and they're bleeding. I'm just a girl. It's either my cuticles or my lips. At the end of the day, it is. So I'm very hungry. So I'm gonna go get some food. There was one thing I didn't show in this video yet. I wanted to show it. My friend Jordan made this tote bag and it is the cutest thing ever. And I will link her little company below because she makes, well, she made this and she also made my little, hold on. I usually keep all my vibrators in here, but I have my makeup in here. But that's it for me. I'm gonna go to Europe and hopefully survive my mother. Currently, I am about to finish Played As It Lays by Joan Didion. Really heavy book. Also, Sinners. Really heavy movie. Really important movie. 5 out of 5 stars for me. Wonderful 10 out of 10. What it represents, so important. That movie is so important and so well done. Mental health check-in. Surviving. Very difficult. I'm scared to go to Europe, but I think it's really important. I think there's something I need to heal in myself. And my therapist always says my parents will be the biggest pillar for how far I've come in my healing journey or what I need to work on. Yeah, I don't know what conclusions I'll come to when I'm back. I'm going to end on a positive note, and I'll show you the books I am bringing. I'm reading about 150 pages a day right now, so the 4 books I'm going to show you, I will probably finish them. Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. I was going to read it in the summer, but I think Italy in May is kind of the perfect time to read it. The Last Supper by Rachel Cusk. Kitty just fell. Bonjour Tristesse by Francois Sagan. And you know what? Maybe I do want to read about Hello Sadness on a trip to Italy. And of course, this is coming with me. And I will read this cover to cover on the day that we go to the Mediterranean Sea. I don't know what the rest of the day will entail. Editing this, and I might text Michaela. Thank you for watching, and you will see me in the next vlog, which for me will be 2 weeks from now. And it'll be Europe. I'm hoping I get a couple vlogs out of the Europe shit. Let's hope. Let's say bye. No, right here. Yeah. We say bye. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. We see you in the next one. We see you. Bye-bye.